Sir.
Reckon it's all right to leave the truck parked here?
Oh, yes, sir. We got a whole stack of parking tickets.
Good dog is. Them Beverly Hills policemen sure are generous.
That's a fact. Seems like every time we park here, they give us another ticket.
I reckon they want to keep us coming back. How many you got?
Well, must be a dozen. Looky here. Here's a $2 one. This one's for $4. Here's a $5 one. We got a whole stack of these. $10, $15.
You know, Jethro, we ought to share our good fortune with other folks. Now, I'll tell you what you do. See them bunch of cars parked up yonder?
Oh, yes, sir.
I want you to take them tickets and put one on every car.
I'll do it. I'll put it under the windshield wiper so the wind won't blow them away.
Good below, and then meet me up in Mr. Drysdale's office.
Well, Uncle Ted, hadn't we ought to stick around so as they'll know who gave them the tickets?
No, Jethro. The joy is in the giving, not being thanked for it.
You know, Chief, there's something quite humorous about Jed Clampett owning the most exclusive dress shop in Beverly Hills.
Exclusive and expensive. I had to buy the house for Renee in order to acquire this business frontage for him.
It's a great investment.
The first of many that I'll be making for Mr. Clampett.
He is indeed fortunate to have you piloting a ship of finance into the harbor of security.
Harbor of security. Well, that's rather a well-turned phrase.
Thank you, Chief.
And standing at the mouth of that harbor, like a welcoming beacon, is the Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills.
A West Coast Statue of Liberty.
Exactly. Oh, by George, I have an idea. On our new bank building, let's have the same words engraved that are on the Statue of Liberty.
Wonderful. Bring me your poor, your
What?
hard...
Wait a minute. Is that what it says? Bring me your poor?
Yes.
Well, forget it. Forget it.
Howdy there.
Bring me your rich, your Clampetts.
Pardon?
Congratulations, Mr. Clampett. You are now the owner of one of the choicest business properties in Beverly Hills.
I am?
Yes, I bought it for you.
Well, how much did it cost?
Oh, a mere $500,000.
Mr. Drysdale, that's too expensive a present.
No, I bought it for you with your money. Oh. It's an investment for you, Mr. Clampett, a tax shelter. For example, there's a very fine dress shop which you now own.
And the second story is occupied by several doctor's offices, of which you are now the landlord.
It's the kind of property that has tax advantages. You can depreciate it.
Oh, I do.
No. I mean, you can depreciate the value of the building.
You take my word, Mr. Drysdale, I appreciate everything you do for me.
Yes. Would you mind stepping over here, Mr. Clampett, and sign these papers? You have your notary seal?
Indeed, I have. Right here, Chief.
You sign right over here, Mr. Clampett. Right, this line here.
Howdy.
Hello, Jethro.
Oh, Jethro, you dear, sweet, handsome lad. What a pleasant surprise.
Miss Jean, I reckon it was Jethro coming in sudden like that that done it, but you just crimped that piece of paper all out of shape with them fancy pliers.
I guess I did squeeze a bit harder than usual.
Jethro, would you like to sign as a witness?
Well, to tell you the truth, Mr. Drysdale, I didn't see her do it.
No, I meant witness your uncle's signature. Sign this copy, too, Mr. Clampett.
Your Uncle Chad is now what the government officially designates as a small businessman.
He's big as me. I can eat a turnip off of your head.
Ready, Miss Hathaway?
Jethro, I reckon you and me better go on home. You just caused Miss Jane to ruin another piece of paper.
You bought a store in Beverly Hills?
Well, strictly speaking, Mr. Drysdale done the buying, but we own it.
What kind of a store is it?
Well, it's a dress store.
What in tarnation would want with that?
First off, it'll give us all something to keep us busy. And then I thought that Ellie working around a dress store, she might get interested in wearing dresses and acting more like a lady.
Ellie is a lady. She don't need no dress store.
Hey, Uncle Jed, please don't send me out to fetch Ellie no more. Fella can get killed.
What happened?
Well, Ellie and her ape and her bobcat were sitting up in the top of this elm tree. So I climbed up to tell her to put on some shoes that we was going to town. Well, I got thrown 20 feet to the ground, jumped on, scratched, choked, pounded, and pretty near done in all together.
Well, an ape and a bobcat are pretty good fighters.
Yeah, well, that's why I was so mad. They just sit there in the elm tree and watched her whoop me. Whoa!
What do you think, Granny?
Well, I think we better get her washed up and down to the dress store.
all do down to the dress store, Pa?
Well, I figure first we'll all just look around and see what needs to be done. Then we'll pitch in and help wherever we can.
When Ma done her dressmaking, I used to oil the sewing machine. So did Petal easier.
Well, you offered to do that, Jethro.
Ellie Mae can shake out flour sacks and feed sacks and undo the seams so I can wash and iron it and make yard goods.
Well, now, Granny, this being a fancy Beverly Hills dress store, they probably got ready-made yard goods.
It's hard to beat good, stout feed sacks for house dresses if they ain't got too much filler in them.
This don't sound like much fun to me. Jethro, pull over to the curb. I'm gonna jump out and go back home.
Now, young lady, you sit right where you are. Where you ain't gonna feel much like sitting. Jethro, you drive on down to our dress store.
Yes, sir, Uncle Jed. This is as close as I can get, Uncle Jed. The street's parked full of cars.
Looks like somebody's doing a good business.
I hope it's our dress store.
Pa, I don't want to work in no dress store.
Now, stop complaining, Ellie. Jethro, you sure we come to the right place?
Yes, sir. This here is the address that was on those papers you signed.
This here is somebody's house.
House Irene. You're right.
Well, let's go.
Yes, sir. That's a good deal like the name of the lady that Miss Jane said was running a dress store.
If this is a dress store, I'll eat a yard of calico.
Hey, Ma done her dressmaking in the back room of the house. Maybe this here Irene woman does that, too.
Wouldn't do no harm to ask.
Well, I'll see y'all back home.
Now, wait, Ellie Mae. It was on account of you I went along with buying this place. Now, you're going inside with us, and you're going to behave like a lady.
Hey, in there. Anybody home?
Howdy there. Is this here Renee's dress store?
This is the house of Renee.
That's the name.
Are you her, Renee?
No, indeed. Madame Renee is in the fitting room in the rear.
I was right, just like Ma used to do her dressmaking.
Boy, this sure is a pretty parlor.
Here.
Oh, thank you.
Go easy, Granny. Looks like that gassed-up cider city folks are so fond of.
Renee, come quickly.
What is it, Mrs. Langwell? Who are these people?
They look like welfare cases.
You go on up and have your fitting. Maurice and I'll deal with these trespassers. Who are you?
Oh, we's Clampetts, ma'am. I'm Jed, it's Granny, Jethro, Ellie Mae.
Maurice, show these people the door.
Oh, no need to put him to that trouble, ma'am. We seen it when we come in. I don't blame you for being proud of it. It's pretty.
Oh, place is pretty, Renee. But you ought to dump this cider. It's done turned on you.
What do you want? Why are you here?
Oh, pitch in and help any way we can.
Yeah, shake out feed sacks, undo the seams, and...
Wash and iron and stitch them together.
Oil the sewing machines and sweep up thread and stuff.
I can do most any kind of carpentry work and heavy toting.
Oh, I see you're looking for employment. Oh, well, I'm sorry, but I have no work of an unskilled nature. If you'll excuse me just a moment.
Do you wish me to telephone the police?
Oh, no, above all, we must avoid a scene or any kind of notoriety. Just give them some coins and send them away.
I'm afraid we have no silver, madame.
Oh, dear. Don't they make some rather small paper money for such emergencies?
As small as $1.
Really? Do we have any?
I hardly think so.
Oh, I'm afraid they might become unpleasant if we send them away with nothing. I have it. The coffee machine in the back. That may have some coins in it. Go and see.
Will you be safe?
Oh, yes, they're obviously gentle people. Just poor. Maurice is going to see if he can find some money. We hardly ever have any cash.
Young'uns, you wait out front. I'm sorry business has been so bad, ma'am.
Well, no wonder. There ain't as much as a yard of goods or a spool of thread or a card of buttons for folks to buy.
Well, now, Granny, it takes money to lay in a stock, and she just told us she didn't have none.
Don't you worry, honey. Good times are on their way. Jed here just bought the whole building.
Yes, that's wonderful.
Oh, shucks, wasn't nothing.
He's got 40 million.
Yes, of course.
Well, now, if there's anything you need, I hope you speak up.
Oh, I shall.
Madame Renee, I'm afraid this is all we were able to scrape together. 7 dimes and 2 nickels.
I'm embarrassed to say this is all we have, but I want you to take it and buy some food.
How much is it, Jed?
Only 80 cents.
Well, now, don't you be embarrassed, ma'am. You can buy a lot of food for that. Anything special you'd like us to get?
Well, something filling, I suppose.
We'll do it. Now, you keep your chin up. Come on, Granny.
Is she a girl?
One of my girls, a model.
Your favorite, huh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, she is.
What'd you have to eat today, honey?
Oh, a glass of tomato juice and some watercress. Don't tell Madame Renee. I'm not supposed to eat so much.
Ed Clampett, you can tell that banker Drysdale that he made a sorry business deal for you when he bought this place.
Ah, Granny.
Jethro, I got some ciphering for you. If a place takes in 80 cents a week, how long does it take to take in $500,000?
I'll get a piece of chalk and go to ciphering on the sidewalk.
Never mind, Jethro. Granny, we gotta look on this as a chance to help people. Now look at Ellie Mae here, just busting with health. Think of that poor, scrawny little girl in there, all skin and bone.
You're right, Jed. And she's her favorite. I hate to think what the other girls look like.
Well, let's go out and get them a truckload of victuals.
With 80 cents.
We can afford to throw in some of our own. All the blessings have been showered on us.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, Uncle Jed. Found a $20 parking ticket on our truck.
See what I mean, Granny? Our cup is running over. Jethro, we'll slip it in with the victuals for Miss Renee. Come on,
The street's parked full of cars again.
He sure ain't trading at our store. That's a cinch.
Everybody grab some. We got a lot to tote in.
Tommy, dear, I'm afraid you're putting on weight. You better cut down on those seconds of watercress.
Yes, madame.
Ed, she ain't never gonna believe we got all this for 80 cents.
Well, we'll tell her we run into a special sale.
Howdy, Reedy, we's here.
You're back.
You didn't think we was going to run off with your 80 cents?
Done some shopping with it.
Run into a humdinger of a sale.
I told you good times was on the way.
Come on, young'uns, let's stow these victuals out back whilst Granny shows her the dry goods.
No, wait, stop.
Now, Renee, pride is all right, but it won't take the wrinkles out of your belly like taters and cabbage and side meat.
But I can't let you do this.
But, ma'am, I think you're starving young'uns.
Oh, I think I'm going to faint.
Here, take a snort of this. It'll get your blood to going.
Come on along, young'un, and you and your sisters get to peeling and cooking them spuds. First thing you know, you'll flesh out like Ellie here.
I'll help you. What's your name? Tommy.
Oh, excuse me, young fella. I thought you was a girl. You look a lot like your sister was here before.
Hey, Tommy, you better get out of those fancy pants. Folks is gonna think you're a sissy.
Beats that sour cider all holler, don't it? Drink up, honey. It'll make the world seem rosier right off.
Granny, can I see you a minute?
Excuse me.
He's worse off than we thought, Granny. They ain't even got a kitchen out there. And no bedrooms at all, I can see.
Uncle Jed, Granny. Like it's too late to save this one. She's stiff as a board.
Come on, we gotta save the rest of them.
This'll do it if anything, Ken. Fetch her in, Jethro. There's still color in her cheeks.
Golly, ma'am. I don't know how to tell you how sorry I am.
Ah, bonjour, Madame Renee. Comment allez-vous? Madame? Madame!
By George, I think the old girl is stoned.
Monsieur Drysdale, mademoiselle.
Êtes-vous malade, madame?
Mais non. My shop was invaded by some strange-looking creatures.
Pink elephants? Purple dragons?
No, they... Ah! There they are.
But these are the Clampetts.
They're the new owners of your dress shop.
And he's taking over right now. Every one of them girls back there is coming to our house to get fattened up.
But I need them. I'm giving a fashion show at 5.
Now, you forget about it, Renee. We'll mind the store and put on the show.
Mr. Clampett, may I have another snort? Sip of that delicious vintage?
Yes, ma'am. I'd go kind of easy, though. That stuff has got quite a jolt to it.
Is it Mom's?
No, ma'am. Granny.
Quiet, everybody. Now. Quieting down. Now, Miss Renee and her girls is taking a rest cure to get fattened up. But you was going to see the show that was promised to you. All right, Ellie Mae. Folks is a-waiting. Shake a leg out here.
By George, he makes a beautiful model.
That's it, honey. Strut real proud.
I taught her that walk and gave her those turns.
The turns might be yours, but those curves are her own.
Now, this is one of Renee's favorite dresses. What am I bid for this?
Bid? Is this an auction?
All right, ladies, let's hear a bid.
$12.50.
$12.50? Are you out of your cotton picking mind?
Very well.
15. Sold for $15.
That's ridiculous.
Now, ladies, it's her money. If she wants to throw it away, that's her business. Next dress, Ellie. Looks like it was made out of a right nice piece of store-bought yard goods. What am I bid for this?
$18.50.
Sold and don't give her any more rheumatism medicine. All right, let's start the bidding on this dress. Do I hear $3? Now, here comes a real foot stomper. Now, June will be with us before you know it. And I reckon there's more than one of you women that has a daughter that you're looking to get shed up. My dingies, you put her in this when you bring her to that church, and you won't need no shotgun. Ain't that something? The goods under there is slicker than a toad's belly. And that's first-class cheese cloth on top, too. All right, let's hear it. What am I bid for this?
I bid
You hush up and give somebody else a chance. All right, now let's hear it. What am I bid for this wedding dress?
I'll pay any price if Jethro comes with it.
Sold to Miss Jane. And Jethro will come with it this evening.
Don't worry, Miss Jane. If he's got a date, I'll fetch it to you.
Show's over.
Well, we sold every dress in the store. Have you ciphered up how much that amounts to?
Yes, sir. It comes to pretty near $50.
That'll keep Renee and her girls in victuals for months.
Gives you a warm feeling to help folks in need, don't it?
Yes, sir, Paul.
Hey, Uncle Jed, look, there's another parking ticket on our truck.
Well, young'uns, let that be a lesson to you. The more you give, the more you get.
Now, if you ain't dressed and down here in 5 minutes, you go without breakfast.
Morning, Uncle Jed. Boy, I sure did sleep up appetite.
Hold on, boy. Wait a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry, Uncle Jed. Is these yours?
Them sugar pine shavings.
They sure do got more names for cereals.
Sugar pine shavings ain't one of them. Cornflakes is over there. Have them for breakfast.
Yes, sir. Them's my favorite.
Ellie Mae, ain't you up yet?
Yes, Granny, I'm up. It ain't even daylight yet.
The lazy days of lolling around in bed until sunup is over. We own a store now, and we have to get into town to mind it.
Well, Granny, I don't hardly think the stores in Beverly Hills open this early. Why, especially at one of them fancy dress stores like the House of Renee.
When the Clampetts own a store, it's going to open at a decent hour, at the crack of dawn.
Listen, Granny.
You see, we'll change it from the House of Renee to the House of Granny.
That'll make her real proud.
Yeah, we'll surprise her with it.
Uncle Jed, after we get the sign put up, what's there going to be left for us to do around the women's dress store?
Oh, we'll see. Generally speaking, there's a lot of chores connected with running a business. Laying in supplies, counting money, waiting on folks.
Miss Jane said advertising is real important now.
You mean like putting up signs?
Yes, sir. I could make a sign, carry it all over Beverly Hills saying, "Follow me to Granny's store."
House of Granny.
Oh, yes, sir.
Jed Clampett, you making a slingshot at your age.
You know, slingshot Granny.
What is it then?
Why?
'Cause I asked, that's why. Now you get over here and eat your cereal.
But, Granny, them sugar pine shavings, I ain't gonna eat them.
Well, then why did you fix yourself such a big helping?
Them's the shavings from Uncle Jed's whittling.
What's he whittling?
Why?
'Cause I want to know, that's a why. And one more sassy answer out of you and I'm gonna box your jaws for you.
Uncle Jed, don't you sit there grinning. Help me.
Boy, I didn't mean to sass you, Granny. What I'm whittling is a letter.
Why?
That's it. That's what I've been trying to say. Why?
You're raising your voice to me again, boy.
Well, sure, getting Ellie Mae dressed and fed and all. Jethro and me to take a quick run downtown, open up the store, lay a fire, and sweep out and things like that.
Yeah, I'll get some glue and stick Granny upside the wall.
What did you say?
The boy ain't really awake yet, Granny. Come on.
I'll wake him with a hickory stick. That's what I'll do. That's the trouble with the young'uns today. They ain't got took to the woodshed enough. Learn some respect for their elders. Spare the rod and spoil the child. Truest words ever spoken.
Looks to me like there ain't a soul stirring, Uncle Jed.
Yeah, I reckon we're getting a jump on these other storekeepers. Age to start early.
But if there's nobody up, who's gonna buy from us?
Well, it'll take a little while for folks to find out. Maybe we could have a early bird sale. Nickel or a dime off on every dress bought before 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, that'll bring them in.
Yeah, that's a good lesson for you, Jethro. For all young'uns. If you're willing to get up a little earlier, work a little harder, think a little smarter than the next fella, folks will take notice of you.
Yes, sir.
I reckon we can leave the house and just knock off the Renee.
Yes, sir.
Jethro, did we get keys to our store?
Not that I know of. Want me to bust it open?
Oh, I reckon I can pick this lock.
Uncle Jed, remember what you told me about getting up early and working harder and smarter so those folks will take notice?
Yeah?
Well, you sure enough was right. Somebody done took notice.
They have?
Yeah. Just turn around and look behind you.
Morning, Mr. Policeman.
Morning.
I was telling the boy here on the way over, you get an early enough start and you can get the jump on these Beverly Hills storekeepers.
Yes, sir, that's what he said.
Yeah, well, you got the jump on him, all right.
Thank you, thank you.
Now, both of you, turn around, put your hands up against that door, and lean forward.
Well, we don't want to bust it down. Jethro thought of that, but I told him I could pick the lock.
Just put your hands against the door like I told you.
Hey, the phone's ringing in there. I better get back to work on this lock.
That's the burglar alarm.
You mean somebody's trying to rob this store?
Yeah, wise guy.
Quick, Jethro, bust down the door or let's stop him.
Don't move. Joe!
Look, Mr. Policeman, I better explain something to you. We own this store.
Oh, sure you do. Sure you do. Yeah. Joe, bring bracelets for these two.
Bracelets?
No, thank you, Mr. Policeman. We sell dresses, but we don't wear jewelry.
Hurry up, Joe.
Ellie Mae! Any sign of Jethro?
Not yet, Granny.
Probably lollygagging someplace. I should have hickory-sticked that boy this morning. He was asking for it, and I should have given it to him.
Granny, maybe there's so many customers down to the store that Pa couldn't spare Jethro to come and get us.
Can't sell anything until we bring these things in.
Granny, you ain't fixing to sell my dress ain't pearl made for me.
No, Ellie Mae. We's gonna put this outside the store to draw the women in.
Oh, and hanging on one of them there dummies.
Yeah. Where is that boy? Hello? Jethro? Where are you lollygagging at? Well, you just get yourself out of that jail. Jail?
Uncle Jed and me got arrested by the police.
Is both of you in jail? Who's minding the store?
Well, nobody, Granny. Gee whiz, I just told you we got arrested. A policeman pulled a gun on us and brought us here to jail. A heck fire!
Jethro, give me that phone before I get my arm tore off.
Arm tore off? Ellie, fetch our guns. The police are torturing your paw. Hold on, Jed. We'll be right down to help you.
No, Granny. Now listen careful, because we's only allowed to make one telephone call. Get a hold of Mr. Drysdale and tell him we's in jail. You'll know what to do. Now hurry, Granny.
Ellie, run next door and tell Mr. Drysdale to get your paw out of jail. Quick.
Well, it's quicker to phone, Granny.
No. Your paw says we's only allowed one telephone call and they've done made it. Now scoot.
Drysdale? Mr. Drysdale? Drysdale? Mr. Drysdale, it's me, Ellie Mae. The police arrested Paul. They got him and Jethro in jail. Quick, Mr. Drysdale. Granny says hurry.
You tell Granny I'll be right over.
What was it again they arrested you for, Mr. Drysdale?
Indecent exposure. creating a public disturbance, drunk and disorderly, resisting arrest.
You sure got us beat by a country mile. Best we could do was breaking and entering.
Now, we all rightly deserve that. We didn't break nothing, and we didn't get a chance to enter.
Hello, mornings for Miss Hathaway to be out bird watching.
Doing what?
Bird watching.
Why, is he up to something?
We may as well relax till she gets here. You say you can identify these characters?
Indeed I can. They are three of Beverly Hills' most distinguished citizens, a bank president and two multi-millionaires. Release them immediately.
Here, blow this up. Then I want to see you walk that crack in the floor.
Now see.
And what have you got in that canteen?
Celery juice.
Oh, boy. You winos will make it out of anything. Miss Hathaway, call my lawyer.
How's that look to you, Miss Storekeeper?
Dandy, Jed. I always did want to run a store.
Yeah, I know, Granny.
Gives you a chance to meet folks, chew the fat with them, and get acquainted.
Yeah, ain't nobody got a better chance to talk to people than a storekeeper. Listen, it's a barber.
Oh, Luke Short had the right idea. He had a barber chair right in his store.
Granny, if you want a barber chair in your store, we'll put one in for you.
Hey, Granny, I got the barrel of pickles, the barrel of crackers, the potbelly stove, the checkerboard, and all the other stuff you wanted on the truck yonder.
Damn, Jethro. There ain't nothing like a free dip into the pickle barrel and a friendly game of checkers beside the stove to get a customer to feeling good. Come on inside and help me decide where to put everything.
Jethro, we might be putting in a barber chair, too.
Well, hot diggity dog. We sure gonna give this store some class.
Granny, I put my extra fancy dress on the dummy. You want me to tote it out front like you said?
No, Ellie. It's so doggone pretty, I'm scared somebody might walk off with it.
Jethro, run out and find some stovepipe.
Yes, sir, Uncle Jed.
Granny, seeing as how this is the only chimney, I reckon we best put the stove here. We can run a pipe over and join it into the floor right about there.
All right, Ned. She don't fill this dress out proper. Tote her out to the back room and you put it on.
Yes, Granny.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. What have we here?
Well, that's a dress.
We are selling this?
Oh, no, this ain't for sale.
Oh, thank goodness.
I feel the same way.
Wait, if it ain't Morris, the door opener.
Maurice. Bonjour, madame.
Well, Mr. Bonjour, why weren't you here to open the door this morning?
But the House of Ronnie never opens its doors before 11.
The house of Granny does.
The House of Granny? Where is Madame Renee?
I heard tell that she took off for France. We's running the store now.
Quel dommage. Does this mean that my employment is terminated?
No, it means you're fired.
Fired?
You had been on the job at a decent hour this morning. Jed and Jethro wouldn't have got arrested. Besides, we don't need no door opener.
Now, hold on. Granny, we ain't looking to throw nobody out of work.
Work? You call what he does work? Bowing and scraping and opening up that flimsy glass door?
Well, maybe we can find him something more useful to do. He might like that himself.
How are you at cutting hair?
Qu'est-ce que c'est hard?
What'd he say, Jed?
I ain't sure, but I don't think he does it.
Well, how are you on checkers?
Qu'est-ce que c'est checkers?
Well, maybe he's got some ideas of his own. Man always does better when he's doing work of his own choosing. Anything you'd special like to do?
Oh, monsieur, if you are serious, I will run home and get my sketches and designs. You see, all my life I have wanted to be a couturier.
There you are, Granny, you see? Man wants to couture.
What's that?
Well, let him show us. All right, young fella, go right ahead and commence coutouring.
Oh, monsieur, merci beaucoup.
Granny, if that's coutouring, he's going back to opening doors.
Look, Chief, they've changed it from the house of Renee to the house of Granny.
So what? We'll just get fancier letters made and spell it Granee, the House of Grenade. Women will eat it up.
But we haven't seen what they've done to the interior.
Well, there it is. Look for yourself. Absolutely unchanged. Still the most beautiful dress shop in Beverly Hills.
But there's still another problem. Without the couturier to design dresses, what will they sell?
Bubble gum if it makes them happy.
Gee, they'll lose money.
Great. The bigger the loss, the bigger the tax write-off. Now get rid of that long face. When we see the Clampetts, we're going to be smiling.
Chief, you're not smiling.
I'll be all right. I have to keep reminding myself that only two things are important. A, keep the Clampetts happy. B, it's all a tax write-off.
Granny! Mr. Clampett, anyone here? Oh.
Well, our first customers.
Didn't hear you come in.
Kid, we gotta build that front door.
Yeah, I'll attend to that first thing.
Well, how do you like the store since we friendlied it up?
Right. It's a tax write-off. I mean,
It's a friendly store.
Exactly. Are you happy?
You betcha.
Granny is happy as a gopher in soft dirt.
Granny, are these the dresses you're going to sell?
Now, let's not talk business right off. Set a spell. Grab yourself a pickle or a fistful of crackers while we visit.
No, Edison. I'm not hungry. We just finished lunch.
Well, then hop into the barber chair. I'll heat up the curling iron and give you a Marcel while we talk.
No, as a matter of fact, I have to be going.
Well, it won't take a minute to heat up the curling iron. You'd look mighty pretty with a Marcel whilst we visit.
Well, as a matter of fact, with Mr. Drysdale here, I have to get back and watch The Office.
Oh, so he can stay and visit.
Exactly. Don't say anything.
No, I won't say it.
It's a beauty, all right.
Something Granny always wanted, a store with a barber chair.
Jed, fetch over the checkerboard. You and Mr. Drysdale can have 8 or 10 good hot games while I cut his hair.
What? Now, wait a minute.
It'll give the three of us a good chance to visit.
Ain't nothing like a barber chair for jawing over the news. I'll get the boat.
Granny, there's nothing I'd rather do than play checkers, get my hair cut, and discuss the news, but Miss Hathaway and I can't be gone too long at the same time, so I'll just rush back and let her stay, eh?
Now, she done went back so you could stay.
No.
Wonderful girl. Now, stay back. I'm gonna throw in a free shave.
Well, no, Mr. Drysdale is attending the opening of a new store. It's the House of Grenade. Yes, I'll tell him when he gets back.
He's back. And it's the House of Horrors.
What happened?
You ran out on me, that's what happened. Now get over there and do your duty.
Duty?
You heard me.
You eat those pickles. You munch those crackers. You play those checkers. And you chew that fat. And do it now.
Jed, we ain't doing no business.
Ah, have a little patience, Granny. I got a feeling it's going to pick up right away.
Madame,
Sir?
it is I, Maurice.
Oh, I didn't recognize you out of uniform. You're no longer the doorman at the House of Renee?
No, madame. I am now the couturier for the house of Granny.
Where is that?
Right here.
Oh, and Madame Renee?
Returned to Paris.
Oh, dear. And I need a complete wardrobe for a world cruise, and quickly.
Madame, I have designed just such a wardrobe. And it could only be worn by a woman of your beauty, charm, and bearing.
You have some sketches to show me?
In my car, madame. If you will step inside and have some champagne, I shall return immediately.
Jed, Ellie, we got one. We got a customer. What's your name, honey? Oh, it don't make no difference anyway. This here is my son-in-law, Jed Clampett.
Howdy, ma'am.
This is his daughter, Ellie. Ain't that a pretty dress? That's the kind of work we turn out here. Not talk business yet. Here, drop your meat hook in here and grab hold of a pickle.
Oh, no, please.
What's the matter? Ain't your gloves clean? Well, I'll do it for you. I got you a big one. Well, here you are, honey. Come on over here and grab a fistful of crackers.
Oh, no, really. Oh, thank heaven you're back. Oh.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que cela?
Is this your mister? Nice looking husband you got here.
Excusez, avec moi, madame.
That was Morris, the door opener.
Oh, he's taking up Couture.
What's that?
Well, he was doing a little of it there as he led her away.
And blame it, I still ain't got nobody to chew the fat with.
Greetings, all.
Mrs. Jane, here, have a pickle, have some crackers, play some checkers, sit in the barber chair.
This quitclaim deed is ready for your signature, Mr. Clampett. Mighty generous thing you're doing, giving the shop away scot-free.
Oh, I reckon everybody's gonna be happier. Granny says Beverly Hills ain't no place to run a store. Folks just ain't the visiting kind.
By the way, where is Granny? I saw her on the truck when you drove up.
Oh, Jethro took her over by the store. She forgot something.
Thanks for keeping my curling iron, Morris. Dandy sign.
You have made me very happy, madame. And please express my gratitude to Mr. Clampett.
I'll do it. I'm going to see him right now.
Miss Hathaway, would you come in and witness the signing away of the house of Granny?
With pleasure.
Fine dog is Mr. Drysdale. You gotta admit, Granny did give a mighty stylish hairdo.